That's what you needed for Michigan State. You get shut out in Happy Valley. First bout of the afternoon, you take it. Have to feel good if you're the Spartans.
Solid way to start the match.
Now Michigan State sending out Tristan Lehan.
That's going to be Andy Hampton.
They're going to put in Andy Hampton for this one. He'll be going up against Braxton Brown. Brown, the hero for Maryland on Friday night. Earned the pin for the Terrapins. That was the deciding factor, as you mentioned earlier, Eric. Braxton Brown, one of the best in the country, ranked number 14 and 15. Different rankings, and their early takedown. Braxton Brown up 3-0 right now with the early takedown.
Yeah, has Andy Hampton on his back as well.
Back points there, also for Braxton.
Figure 4. And now he's going to allow Andy Hampton to get his hips back down. And look how tight it is. That figure 4 up on that left leg of Andy Hampton. You see exactly where it's locked, right at the crook of the knee. So there's a lot of pressure coming on that lower back from Andy Hampton, and he is trying everything he can to just get out of bounds and get a fresh start.
And finally, they go out. So Braxton Brown getting 7 right away.
Happens so quick. With these 3 points, with the takedowns being 3 points and near falls being 4, you can open up a match in nearly no time. You look, it's 1 minute into this match and 7 points already scored.
And a caution warning issued.
Just happens so fast.
It's just the quickness of Brown right now, that, and the strength too. I mean, you saw it right away, a takedown in the first minute. We'll try to get more back points as Hampton tries to escape. Slammed to the ground right there.
And right back to that left leg. You see it figure forward, and he's coming across the body again on that left side. Working just over the shoulder of Andy Hampton. Then takes his right hand, knocks out Andy Hampton's right, which was a post hand. And now it's all, you're looking at the pressure here on the lower back, and if you don't turn, you have 2 choices. You either turn and give up the near fall, or...
And 4 back points right there again.
4 back points for Braxton Brown.
It's now 11-0 Braxton Brown. Both these wrestlers wrestled on Friday night. It's Brown in control. He has been for the entire first, as he's going to pick up some more back points here. And that will be it. Technical foul for Braxton Brown. Huge 5 points for the Terps. He does it all in the first. Third for Michigan State, Ethan Miller continuing Miller time for the Terrapins. Ethan Miller, one of the best. Look at that record, 13-0 this season, 5 major decisions, 1 tech fall. Miller has yet to get a pin this year. So we'll go back to neutral. This is match 5 of 10 here this afternoon. Maryland up 11-3. Michigan State got it started in the 125-pound bout. 3 points of their own, but Maryland has gone on an 11-0 run the past 3 matches.
Miller coming off that win over Chase Aldade, the former Spartan, in Ann Arbor on Friday night. So a massive win for Miller, and he just disappeared behind Braden Stauffenberg there.
There's the takedown there. Stauffenberg gets the escape. So we're at 3-1 in the first.
And Miller knows. When you look at a guy like Braden Stauffenberg, multiple-time world team member for the United States on the Greco team. So one thing you won't see from Ethan Miller during this match is the upper body, because Braden Stauffenberg makes his money. I mentioned it, 2 world teams. He's not just wrestling in the Big Ten or in the Midwest. This guy is wrestling at world championships in Greco-Roman, so he knows how to go upper body. Ethan Miller, I can tell you right now, before the last 2 days, the only thing the Maryland coaching staff has been telling him is watch out for the upper body.
And Miller right now having a career year of his own, number 6 in the country right now, a 2-time NCAA qualifier. Redshirt junior. It's quite the awards to his name. Up 3-1 here in the first.
Wow. Another
takedown for Miller.
Yeah, and I think for Stauffenberg, you have to start controlling the right hand. You're starting to see post come left, then shot come to the right hand. So to slow the pace of this match down, because this could get out of hand. You start to think Miller is going to start to smell blood in the water, so most likely he's going to let Stauffenberg go here again, which would be 6-2, starting to look for another takedown. 9-2 in the first period would be just too big of a deficit to even try and think about coming back from. So for Braden Stauffenberg, focus on that right hand.
And you have
slow
to
the pace match.
Stauffenberg against Penn State, a lot of those matches were over quite quickly. Maybe he learned his lesson, trying to deepen this out, make sure this is a 7-minute bout. So he'll go out of bounds. We'll reset back in the middle.
And you look at guys who just epitomize the style of Maryland wrestling. And I was speaking with Clemson, Coach Clemson, before, asking him, if you were to describe or to give me your identity as a Maryland Terps team, he said, well, from my perspective, it all starts with the recruiting process. And my question to him is, what type of guys do you recruit? If you're talking to the young wrestlers out there in the world, what would you say to them? And he said, Maryland, the Terps, we recruit guys who want to compete hard on the mat, but more importantly, they're going to compete in life, because we're not just training to become wrestlers. We're training to become fathers and husbands as well. So for those guys, we want you to live the lifestyle of greatness on and off the mat, and that's exactly what Ethan Miller does.
And you see so many times in college sports, it's a family atmosphere, and you're turning these boys into men.
And you say that, but with just looking at Seth Nevels in particular, another guy that we talked about with Coach Clemson a lot, and he said this guy, you look at where he was last year at Penn State, transferring here to Maryland, he's a husband now. He's looking to become a father now. He's in a different area of his life than, say, guys who are freshmen. He's a grown man now. So that's the type of guys that we're looking to recruit.
So that'll do it for the first. 6-1, Miller on top. Ethan Miller this time. He is one of those guys that fall in line with those recruits. Both him and his brother recruited out in Kansas City, Missouri. And Miller coming off a big win on Friday. Defeated number 16, Chase Saldate, former Michigan State Spartan. Transferred to the University of Michigan.
Yeah, and as you say that, it's just one of the things that that it's worth touching on, right? There's no wrong way to build a program. And you look at what Michigan is able to accomplish over the years and how have they built their program through the transfer portal and through the NIL money, right? Then you look at the opposite end of the spectrum. In Maryland in particular, how did they do it? They did it with a great recruiting class, with development through young coaches, and now you're starting to see that you could do it multiple ways in college wrestling.
It's both still going at it. Here in the second, Miller off to a big lead. He gets the takedown there. Now you have to wonder about bonus points right now. Miller would have the major decision.
1 point on the escape from Braden Stauffenberg.
Even by the escape from Stauffenberg. 10-2 here in the second. Riding time just over a minute for Miller.
Ball warning, Michigan is third.
.30 seconds to go here in the second.
30 seconds.
Stauffenberg trying to shoot there. Miller doing a nice job denying the attack, and Miller on his own gets the three-point takedown.
4 takedowns, and every one of them have just been so crispy. It's all about the timing. Every time Braden Stauffenberg goes on those heels, Miller is striking.
And does not let Stauffenberg get the escape there. 13-1. Or 2 rather. Forgot about the escape from Stauffenberg in the second. So we'll head to the third. You have to wonder if you're Miller, do you let Stauffenberg escape here and then try to get the takedown for the technical fall? And he does. So a 10-point lead here for Miller. Miller trying to be aggressive here. He wants that technical fall. He wants to earn those 5 points for his Terps. Gets one leg down, and there it is, the takedown. Up by 13, he'll let Stauffenberg escape and try to go for one more takedown. If he does, it'll be the 15 points he needs. He has 1 minute and 13 seconds to do so. Trying to go there, Stauffenberg. Able to reverse it and get the takedown of his own, and that's big if we're talking about bonus points, Eric.
Not only bonus points, but just confidence. To come out here and give up 16 points and not get a takedown or score an offensive point is pretty demoralizing. But Braden Stauffenberg turning defense into offense and putting points on the board. Now it's all about staying after this. Let's continue to build off that.
Miller gets the escape, 17-7 now. He'll need 2 takedowns for the technical foul, but trying to get one there, he does. So one more, he'll let Stauffenberg escape, get the point. Still needs one more. Keeps that toe in the circle, now he's finally out. 36 seconds left. This is the difference of either 4 points or 5 for the Terps. 27 seconds for Ethan Miller. Still trying to be aggressive here. It's 15 seconds.
1 point. Ethan Miller, Michigan State, stalling.
Stall will be called on the Spartans. Still needs that takedown. For the 15-point advantage for the technical fall. Trying to go right at it away. Caution is issued.
1 point, Michigan State.
Miller has 2 seconds to do so, and he will not get the technical foul. Still a major decision. So we have some extra activity here. Both will meet in the middle and shake hands on it. 4 points for the Terps. Ethan Miller, winner by major decision. 22-9. £184 getting ready to go. Luke Daly and Jackson Smith going at it. Jackson Smith ranked number 13 in the country at 184 pounds. Hit a 4-1 decision takedown at the buzzer against number 19, Jaden Bullock on Friday. Again, another upset win. Huge win for the Terps to get that upset win against Michigan on Friday. Luke Daly did not wrestle for Michigan State on Friday against Penn State. Chandler unhappy with the call there. Call was that both went out of the circle.
And the most impressive part about that throw for Jackson Smith on Friday night against Jaden was that lateral drop was unconventional. It was on the left side rather than the right side. So most people, 99% of wrestlers, throw on the right side. So for him to do it against a high-level guy, I mean, that's tight as it comes. That's going to be 6 on the board for the Terps. Wow.
That's a pin by Jackson Smith. Just a minute and 17 seconds in.